Hi, my name is Manjahao and my metric number is E2019102341. Let's enjoy our project video. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Syahmi bin Mazlan and my metric number is E2019102346.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Iqbal. E2019102338. I want to share to you about our project. Let's check it out.
The simple pendulum experiment. The objective of these experiments are 1. To study the motion of simple pendulum. 2. To study simple harmonic motion. 3. To learn the definition of period, frequency and amplitude. 4. To learn the relationship between the period, frequency, amplitude and length of a simple pendulum. And the last one, we want to determine the acceleration due to gravity using the theory, result and analysis of this experiment. Let's jump to the procedure. Part A. Length versus period. Set up the whole pendulum like this. The string is divided by 10. Each segment is 10 cm in length except for the first segment. Draw the angle sign from 5 to 25. Length 1, 0.1 meter. Displace the pendulum by 5 degrees. Let it oscillates. Measure the time for pendulum to make 30 complete oscillation. 0.2 meter. .3 meter. 0.4 meter. 0.5 meter. 0.6 meter. 0.7 meter. 0.8 meter. 0.9 meter. The last one, 1 meter. Part B, amplitude versus period. Use length of 1 meter and start with angle of 5 degree. Measure the total time for pendulum for 30 complete oscillation. Continue the experiment with 10 degree. .15 degree. 20 degree. 25 degree. Let's see the result. This is the graph period versus length. We can see that as the length of the string increases, the period also increases. The pattern of the graph is not linear, but in quadratic shapes or quadratic pattern. When we square the original equation, we will get this type of graph, a linear graph, the graph in the left side. In part B, we vary the angle corresponds to the amplitude. The result is that we obtain a constant graph. Amplitude change, but the period is constant. From the derived equation, we get the acceleration due to gravity is 9.88 meter per second, which is close to the real value. Next, the percent difference in the result and the accepted result is 0.82%. Experimental value of period when length is the greatest, which is 1 meter, using the acceleration of result value is 2 seconds. percent difference in experimental period and the theoretical period, we got 0 difference, which means the experimental period and the theoretical period is the same. And now we go to the discussion. The percent difference between acceleration due to gravity, g, of experimental result and the accepted result is insignificant. It is proving that our experiment having less errors. It is the same case to the experimental value of period t and percent difference in experimental period and theoretical period. Based on the result, the formula squared period equal to 4 squared pi times length divided by acceleration due to the gravity is valid. Squared period is directly proportional to the length. Changing the amplitude does not influence period. It is because different amplitude accelerates the pendulum by different speed when it oscillates. Conclusion. Simple pendulum mimics the motion of simple harmonic motion. Simple pendulum represents the oscillation as transverse wave. From the result, we can conclude that period is dependent to the length while amplitude is considered negligible, which means the amplitude doesn't influence the period. Okay, that's all from me. Thanks for watching.
First of all, our objective is to investigate is it true the light always travel in a straight line. The second, to deliver some interesting information and opinion about speciality of light.
For the experiment, I already cut the paper into several shapes. They are circle shape, and then I have square shape, single slit, and lastly, I have double slit. And then I use my handphone as a torchlight. I tie the paper in thread and then I on the flashlight. Now we can see a round shape shadow in the screens. This is the observation what we can see from the circle shape, square shape, single slit, and lastly double slit.
Based on the result that we have got, is it proof that the light is always travel in a straight line? The shadow form is always depend on the obstacle we use as the variable. So, no matter what, light always perform its journey in one direction as long as there are no object or obstacle disturb the path of the light. If there are any object blocking the pathway of the light. Wow! For the conclusion, even if the light only can travel in a straight line, but it still be the fastest thing ever in the whole universe for a long time. We as a human that can move randomly forward and backward, right and left, up and down, must keep struggling on every situation that in the daily life to make sure the success become ours. That's all from us. Thank you very much.